Hey guys, I'm Grubby. I'm back with you for another video blog. Today is the day that I'm going to Paris for ESWC. I'll be picked up any moment now by the Dutchies and we'll be traveling together with them by car. Google Maps says it's about 3.5 hours, but I think with breaks it'll take about up to 5 hours to get there. It's about 11 AM now and we're scheduled to arrive around 4:30-ish with breaks. I'm feeling pretty good about this tournament. I was playing more online cups since I got back from Korea, and I still find myself processing a lot of the things that I learned in Korea. And yeah, I played the Gigabyte Cup last Monday, which I won against Empire Happy in the finals with a 3-1 score. I also beat Nama and DBS on the way to the finals. And I also won the Best in Berlin qualifier last Sunday, where I beat the Portuguese Zurg Sis, the Israeli Osho, and I also played Happy Zurg, Navi Slavik from Ukraine. Which is nice because I now qualified for the Best in the Battle in Berlin match on 12th November, which is a LAN event. It's going to be my next one after ESWC. So it's boding pretty well. I think I learned some, I'm doing better and I feel good, which is important. I have a pretty tough group at ESWC. And historically I've done the best in tournaments where I had a tough group, that is if I don't get knocked out. So I think that bodes pretty well. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm feeling in one of the best shapes of my StarCraft 2 career so far for a LAN tournament. And hopefully I will be able to maintain my mentality well enough to do pretty well there. I hope to show you all some great games. Any moment now I'll be going. My wife Cassandra won't be coming with me on this trip, but I will be back with you for a video blog after I get back to let you guys know how it went. For now, au revoir and à bientôt. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, I'm back again from France, Paris. Just got back with the car. I mentioned on the way there that it was gonna probably take like 3.5 to 5 hours. Well, it was a lot longer than that. Luckily, I had good company. We were going there with the Dutch delegation, 2 cars, about 4 or 5 people in each. And we took some breaks and there was some traffic jam, and in the end it was taking about 6 hours to get there. And on the first day there was just the opening ceremony. The ESWC was being held at the Paris Games Week, which is a kind of tying in with like a big review, preview, trying out games kind of event. And usually that means that the venue is going to be quite loud, which affects players who are playing in the players area, but the sound levels were very, very reasonable, very good, and it really was, I think, a very well held event. The fact that there was a lot of people coming for other stuff meant that the StarCraft 2 matches on stage were drawing in a lot of spectators, even with peaks up to like I think 5,000–6,000 people. So that's pretty awesome, and it's the highest viewership attendance I've been to personally for a StarCraft 2 tournament. So that was really nice. Then the journey there, it went pretty smoothly. We got to the event, we picked up our badges. Another badge keepsake to keep along with the other dozens or hundreds that I have, and then it was kind of shitty because we were sticking around and watching like the performances towards the end, and there was a show match between Mana and Marine King, but it really wasn't all that cool because I felt like both of them weren't playing that seriously. And then I don't know who told me, but I was hanging out with the Swedes, Show, Bishu, Mertz, and Heypro. But I don't know who told me, maybe someone from the Dutchies or someone else, but we got word that there was going to be like a player dinner buffet at the event towards the end of the evening, like after the ceremony. But we were sticking around there, and there was this little VIP area where you could get like some free drinks, and you could come in with your player pass. And in the end, when it was about time to go look for the dinner buffet, and by which time I was really starving already, and a lot of people were very hungry because being the first day there was nothing to buy for food yet there. We went there and they had these tiny little finger foods. Would you like a finger food, sir? It's like this much, and it kind of looks rude, I guess, when you take like the whole plate and you eat it all up. So yeah, I didn't partake from those, and I got together a group of people to go back and find the hotel with, because I didn't know how to get there yet. So we went by subway, and I was just thinking like, I'm really freaking tired and I'm really freaking hungry, and I hope I can pick up some food on the way back and then get some well-deserved sleep in order to start the first tournament day well. However, things happened, it was late, lots of places were closed, I didn't feel like walking around at night too much, and then we got back to the hotel and no food at all. Luckily my roommate, Euthermal, he had some by that time quite nasty sandwiches with cheese. Well, not really nasty, but like the cheese turned kind of old. In any event, I'll take that above going to bed completely hungry. So I took those and felt better, and we went to sleep. First day came, and there was 3 matches out of 5 being played for the group stage, and I was against Night End, Karn, and someone else. Oh yeah, a Brazilian guy. Huh? No, well anyway, no, Slivko, the Russian Zerg. So Slivko, he was pretty good. I did a 2-1 against him, and I also played against Karn. And Karn is a French guy who was diamond level, and then he went to Korea for 1.5 years, and he practiced there. And the word on the street is that from all the foreigners who had to play the Code A qualifiers, he's the one that got furthest. Without success so far though. So when I heard that, I was like, whoa, okay, so he could be really good. And in StarCraft you gotta be careful of those unknown powers, but luckily I dispatched of him with a 2-0 score, and then I felt like the most important match was coming up against Night End, and I was able to win with a 2-0 score, which almost all but made certain that I was going to pass for my groups. But still, the next day I would be facing Stefano, and then there was one free win for a guy who didn't show up. So yeah, next day I lost to Stefano, but he beat Night End, so I passed as second place in the group with a 4-1 score. And I know that in the pre-blog I mentioned that I was feeling quite good going into the tournament, and yeah, I think people and I myself noticed that, because I ended up taking 4th place in the tournament on the last day and on the second day, because I had a round of 16 match against Nurcho, which I won 2-1, and then I met Live Zerg in the round of 8, and I won it 2-0 in pretty quick game, second game, and yeah, eventually I lost to Mana for the semis and lost to Marine King for the 3rd place. But 4th place with such a strong player field as they had is not all too bad. However, even though a lot of people congratulated me for probably having one of the best, or maybe the best, StarCraft 2 performance of my career so far, I feel like I could have, and I really wanted to get more out of it. I was feeling good, and I think it showed in the game. So I was playing, you know, quite higher level than maybe I've shown so far. But I wish I would have gotten top 3 or maybe win. Like I really felt it was possible. But yeah, in the semi-finals against Mana, in the first game I felt like I had real chances to win. The second game a little bit less, but it could have been quite close. And against Marine King, a little bit less chance. But yeah, I guess I was already quite sad for losing in the semi-finals. No excuse, I would have liked to get 3rd, but yeah, I was still, it was hard to switch to that suddenly. And yeah, Marine King is really strong, and good macro, good micro, and everything. I mean, 3 times GSL finalist. Hello, man. But yeah, overall I think it was a really good tournament for me. I had a lot of fun. And this may sound a little strange to you, but it was fun for me also. I was able to talk quite a lot of Dutch. Usually I talk a lot of English in esports, and actually I think I like English better, but still, you know, Dutch, it's my mother language, and I was a little rusty in the start. I mean, it's only to be expected, and I learned some new Dutch words which they use nowadays on the street. But yeah, it was just fun hanging out with the guys. We had Power Unlimited and BNN guys coming with us. They're pretty big media organizations in Netherlands, like for magazines and TV. They covered a lot of the event and gave us in esports some nice PR. I was pretty extensively featured on that, and I think we've shown it on followgrubby.com. A lot of the reports and interviews that came from ESWC. Yeah, and all, in the end, we drove back home. We had 3 fourth places, myself and for FIFA and as well for Trackmania, so not too bad for a small country. Next time, hopefully we will do better, I will do better. I think now it's just important that I continue to build on both what I've learned in my victories and what I've learned in my defeats. Looking forward, I'm going to battle in Berlin, 12th of November. It's being held in Berlin. It's a one-day tournament, I believe, with 7 other very strong players. And hopefully I will be doing quite well there. I'm going to be training for it for sure. And then after that I have more tournaments as well, you know, around 20-30, in between 20-30 November there's DreamHack, there's another tournament, and yeah, hopefully you'll follow me there. I will be doing more video blogging for that. I always enjoy this type of video blogging, just nice free talking about, you know, my experiences, what happened, and you can find all of them on youtube.com/followgrubby. Thanks for watching for now, and I would very much like to see you again for the next video blog. Until now, à bientôt. It means see you again in French. Alright, see you man, bye bye.